Hey YouTube, it's Cecilia Lane here. Today is Saturday, March 2nd. Wow. Saturday, March 2nd. I had my surgery September of 2010. I'm 2 years and 7 months out. I started out at 154 and this morning I was 152. My maintenance weight range is between 150 and 154. As soon as I hit 154, I always start working to make sure I get back under there. That's my, keep it together number. So I don't have a whole lot to update. Being in maintenance, I don't know, it ends up being kind of the same every day after a while out. Well, I'll say especially for me, because my maintenance is a pretty easy maintenance. As most know, I don't have any formal exercise program that I follow. I don't diet or anything. I just have habits or behaviors that I find easy to do, that seem natural for me and comfortable and are therefore possible to be followed for a lifetime. And so maintenance for me has been very easy. I was really scared of it. I was. When I started, I had never maintained my weight before in my whole life. But it turned out to be a whole lot easier than I had anticipated. And the anxiety was unnecessary. Anyway, so not a whole bunch to update. I have been watching some great videos lately about some of my favorite topics, which are finding your happy place, the sweet zone, making sure to implement plans or programs that you can maintain for a lifetime. And yeah, that's a favorite topic of mine. I think that is what makes maintenance enjoyable and doable, is if you are participating in activities and eating foods that make you happy, make you feel good, and that you can continue those activities and that eating plan for a lifetime. A lot of people ask me, advice on things like that, and my one advice that I continue to give everybody over and over again, or my two advices, are: number one, get counseling so that you can deal with any issues you have regarding food and how you utilize it to make up for things, cover things, hide from things, etc. And second, that this is not a race to the end. It's not a race to the goal. Whatever you do to get to goal, make sure it's the kind of stuff you can do after goal, so that you can stay at goal, because otherwise you're going to be very disappointed when you reach goal. You stay there for a couple months because you still can't eat all that much, but then you start being able to eat more and the weight starts creeping back up, and your new hangout point is like 10 pounds higher than what you started from, or what your initial goal was. I haven't run into that yet, and like I said, I am 2.5 years out, and I think that's because I chose a maintenance plan that works for me, and that's what I think everybody needs to do. Find a plan that works for you, that you can work forever and ever and ever and ever, because nobody wants to have to work at stuff. And I'm not saying that things aren't work. It's just like career work. What I do at work, yes, it's hard work, but I love it, so it doesn't feel like work. So, and lastly, speaking of work, I am currently living in New Orleans. I know I've mentioned that before. I'm originally from Washington, D.C., and I am planning to move back to D.C. The spring or summer of this year. And I'm looking for a position. I'm currently on LinkedIn under my same name, Cecilia Lane. And presently I work as a Chief Operations Officer and Acting Chief Financial Officer for a community health center in New Orleans East. So please check me out on LinkedIn. If you have a position or you know of somebody, I'd really appreciate you give me a little shout out, shoot me an email. Keep me in your thoughts and prayers as I try to manage this transition as smoothly as possible. Moving a whole family, especially kids, is always, it can be rather anxious and stressful. So I'm trying to keep it together. I'm pretty anal and stuff like that, so I tend to overplan things. But even that can then be stressful because I plan the hell out of everything. Anyway, so that's it. That's my update. I know this is super short for me, totally uncharacteristic, but I did want to just touch base and say hey to everybody, kind of give my 2 cents in on the discussions that have been happening, which I thought were really interesting. I'm really glad to see other people, thinking about these things. And I have to say, I've been on YouTube for the last 3.5 years, and the people that I've seen in the community achieve the most success are the ones who are thinking and talking about the things that you all have been talking about. These topics about, finding your place, your happy place, your sweet spot, adopting behaviors for life rather than interventions for goal. So, yeah, I've seen a lot of people come and go. I know the signs of, the downfalls. The community that's currently active right now, I think it's a really great one, and I'm proud to be a part of it. So, all right, YouTube, until next time.